ようこそ。Oh yeah, this one, right? Oh. Someone wants me to add him because they comment on my stuff. I want to help people. Oh shit, bro. Let's see. How many is that? 6. Okay, I need 6. I want to help people, but it's one day, it's fine. Five, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 12. I'll wait until tomorrow to see if they log in on the first week or so. If not, then kicked. I mean, I understand people don't want to play. I get it. I play because I like it, not because I have this, you know, obsession with the game. You play it, and then you're done. Do something else. I believe they announced the banner. Maintenance mode. Summary of update notice. Oh. Pre-installation is available. Okay, I want to read this. Luckily, they announced it earlier. I thought it will be on the patch note. Paralogism. Oh, that's the title. Oh, okay, cool. Greatness created in the moment when miracle is life. Neither mundane knowledge nor earthly compassion could hope to reach that light. The arrogant slither forth from the darkness, hypocrisy draped in virtue and reason. Their gnashing mouths devour all, brothers, mothers alike. After reaching a corresponding adventure rank, completing efficacy. What's the requirement? Okay, AR-40, doable is like first month of the game. Because you have so many world quests that, and also so many chests, so that can rack up. Alchemy Quest into Inversion of Genesis. Alchemy Quest into Act 3. That's Sumeru, right? Inversion of Genesis is the conclusion with Scaramouche Gundam. Because the word Genesis, I cannot remember it. That is Cretaceous is Chalk, the princess, the Chalk Prince. That's Albedo story quest. Only two. Inversion of Genesis, just to confirm it. Inversion of Genesis. It is an interlude. Oh, is it about Scaramouche? It's not the Archon quest. It's not about the Gundam. Okay, this is Scaramouche get the memory overwritten. So not the Archon quest because it's interlude. I know it's about something about Scaramouche. Only that Archon quest interlude. The event. Okay, here we go. The banner great. Effy Auroron is great. Effy, I believe is great. He's worse Sucrose. No AoE, but he is made to be played in Electro Charge team. And he can heal, but I feel like they don't. I feel like the healing is still stuck because he is an EM scaler, but I believe he is stuck with attack healing for some reason. It's not a bad banner for me. My Lala is C5, C4 or something. I can get Constellation. Tasteful, excellent. Oh, I one of, yeah, but that's a great weapon. All Fontaine and Witches. So the pole arm is great for Xiangling, like always. It's a good stat stick for a lot of people because the substat is like 66% crit damage or something, and then you get attack percent just from equipping the pole arm. I mean, we'll read it tomorrow. But it's a good stat stick for Xiangling. There's one passive about healing or something, but that's fine. You can run that on Raiden or whatever. Story quests. Okay, they give you story quest stuff. Okay, I can use that. I think you have to do story quests first before you do the event. I think. Baletica. Oh, they don't show the event. Yeah, I think you have to do story quests first. Yeah, okay. Because they mentioned the story quest first before before the main event, which makes sense. You meet Escoffier in the story quest and then you go to the event. It's either that or you do the event. You meet the event in the and then meet Escoffier and then you do the story quest. Masquerade of Guilty as well. Okay, cool.
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it.
It is an exciting patch. Yesterday we got some stuff
Wanna
about
train with me sometime?
the data mine. A lot of spoiler. Great. Love spoiler. And this week we should get 5.7 beta. We don't know if it will be new area or not. According to leakers, no new area. I need to fix my geo thing, but Navia is there because I feel like her playstyle is fluid. I play God Eater. So Navia is the closest thing to a God Eater. Character. Because of the gun, I think. The sword and the gun. And then the umbrella looks like a shield. Checks all boxes. There's a good chance I get Effy, right? I think Effy is an on-fielder the same way Mizuki. I need to play Mizuki
If you ever
first. And Escoffier, if I get Escoffier. If. Why? Oh, perfect. That's not bad. Oh.
Keep trying. You got this. Not like a clutch.
I need to get used to the rhythm. It's a 1 second delay. Press L1 and then press the shortcut. Yeah, I need like 2 weeks or 3 weeks max for Barasa.
quick as a flash. On my mark.
Here, scatter, skyward, seize the sky.
Oof. Hi. Yeah.
It's not C6, right? Rainbow Crash is just extra damage and then where's the one that gives you energy? Apex Drive is C2. Apex Drive is the enabler for a new playstyle. So C2. Okay. That's quite cheap. You can play. What's the song? Miss Vanessa had a farm. E-A-E-A-Q. That's a song. Miss Versa had a farm. E-A-E-A-Q. But if you have C2, I believe your rotation changes. C2 or C4. That's one where you can do your special burst every rotation. Not every rotation, every motion. So EAQ, EAQ, EAQ. I'm gonna get burned to Chris, is it? No, I thought this is the Phlogiston one. Does it? It is. I thought it was just a regular anemo. They should make it a bit redder. Where's Merjavari, Hoyle?
Rise with the
Step aside. Start the.
yeah. Scatter. Skyward.
So I asked some people about the new ER requirement if you have C1.
Charge!
I heard mixed
Hurry up,
review.
Brassa! Fight! Yeah!
They say some run 190. Oh, I think it's a spawning thing. Miss Teresa had a farm. EAQ. Cool.
Burn it down.
Oh, this thing.
Stronger.
This thing will appear in abyss.
Make way to the
Headbutt! Hi! Yeah! Oof! Charge!
I just wish we have multiple ways of dealing with it, not just one. But then again, if you think about it, we have bosses. I could just storm this family in the middle of this. Come here, bro. Then we're gonna get interrupted.
try and stop.
Quick as a flash! Start the.
Stray clouds converge.
It's justice o'clock!
There's a mother and her children.
Hero
Oh, God.
incoming!
Destroying the mother and her children. Probably. A day out picnic with the family.
Yeah.
Look, it's collateral damage.
Skyward.
Controlled breathing.
Oh. Hadouken.
Yeah. Rise with the sun.
Stronger! On my mark!
Scatter. Seize the skies. Yeah.
Headbutt! Smash down! Yeah! Oof! It's justice o'clock! Yeah!
What's the local legend there? Wait, did it 3? Ah, this is a new one. Well, not new. The latest one. Added. We got a lot of leads. We got quote unquote Varka English voice line. We got. Well, there's. I'll tell you. I'm not gonna show it. There's a stained glass art portraying Venti. A knight in like a robe, which people assume Varka. He could be some older knight of Venice. Maybe the founder. No, not founder. Vanessa founded the Knight of Abonia. But you know,
Light it
someone
up.
with blonde
Control
hair,
breathing.
Japart looking dude.
Let's
I say Japart looking dude because that's the closest
Make
example
way for the
to
Adeptus.
like
Skyward.
a knight
Scatter.
in a horror game with armor.
Hero incoming.
Japart is a guy. My guy Japart. So we saw that yesterday based on the and
Oop. Headbutt.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
not the data mine.
Quick as a flash.
Yeah. Skyward.
So people went nuts about it. Like, oh, Varka looks like that. But it will be revealed during the Archon quest, I think. It's that actually Varka or Varka will be something else. But in the nature of the leaks of Reddit, just to boost everything, right? So, oh my god, Varka, they set expectation first and then they just went nuts. Their expectation is not reality. That's the funny part.
Hurry up, Brassa.
They, in their head, some of them, the user there, oh, it's Varka, and then, oh no, it's not Varka, it's some older knight.
Let's ride. Full throttle.
And then they
On my mark.
lament the fact that, oh, that's not Varka, how dare
Stray
you.
cloud converge.
It's knee-jerk, it's very volatile. I do it because I like triggering people, but you reach a point where it's this knee-jerk reaction that they just complain about everything. They set their expectation.
Let's
That's the funny part, they set their expectation for themselves.
Yeah.
Like Emily's
charge. You're pretty tough.
oh, I eat that son of a bitch.
Seize the skies. Yeah.
There's one leak where leakers found a data mine. Not data mine, leak somewhere about Emily's concept art. Again, concept art is not. It's not the final. It's just a rough draft about an idea, right? So we get that. So what do people do? Well, some of them they start this.
stronger. Start them.
Yeah.
Pick your Emily design
Skyward. Stray cloud converge.
moment where, oh, this is my Emily, oh, the lavender looking one is so great, right? And then when Emily's official design is now, she's far from whatever the concept art was, because that's what it is, concept art. And
Let's ride.
yeah,
Yeah.
so people just do post everything nowadays. They don't have the literally not literally literacy skill when it comes to consuming leaks, because everything is subject to change, right? I thought I was the only one. I mean, there are a few others, but when you see more people complaining, I was like, are we reading the same thing? Crazy. Oh god.
Step aside. Start.
Make way for the Adeptus.
Made the heal.
Yeah. Skyward.
Headbutt. It's justice o'clock. Hero incoming.
Shit.
Let's ride. Try and
Control breathing. On my mark.
stray clouds converge. Yeah. Skyward.
Yeah. Kapow. Charge. Headbutt. Look out below.
That's this note, right? Okay, that's a good training spot. Just saying. We'll see what we'll get this way. I will say skirt doom posting.
Quick as a
Whether we
flash.
get a map or not, they will always doom post.
Scatter.
It's fun. Like, I do ironic doom posting just, you know, just to see how people react. Because I just wait official release. I don't think getting excited for
Justice o'clock.
something that is not permanent, you know, subject to change, right? Will be good. But People just like to dwell on that. That's it. That's 11. This is swimming. This is fighting. We have story? Yes, we do. Okay, so... And I hate the line monolith. I think with Emily it'll be fun. Emily, Escoffier, Mawika, Flex. Not Emily, sorry. Mizuki. Oh boy. Give me a sec. I need to... I make coffee, but I don't put sugar on it. It's just too bitter. Ah. I need luck, so... Good old, that's a good one.
Oh. 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 Oh.
But who knows how I get Navia in 1.4, right? I will suffer, it's fine. Suffering builds character, but if I get Navia 1.4, which happened before. Kokomi
Alright, let's finish this fast.
Kokomi Ganyu banner. Well, that because I have
Skyward! Stray clouds converge!
enough pity to hit 2 5-star pity. But the other one is Ayaka Shenhe, I think. Where I did not plan on getting both. But I got them early. It's like, okay, cool. Not complaining.
Let's have some fun, shall we? Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun!
If you see the machine here, right? They are obtained from the secret source machinery. So based on the lore, you can find it here. Oh yeah, she has vision, right? About the 7. Where's the bike? Isa ba wika is Shilonen? Okay. I think it's Shilonen. I read somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember where I read that, but Mawiga's bike and some of the tribal enemies' weapon, they all use Secret Source Automaton, aka components they get from scouring ruins and whatnot of this shit. Not this, but this Secret Source Automaton. They take the component, maybe the core or whatever, we don't know, right? And then they turn it into their weapon. And some of them are vision user, right? Like this is a regular weapon, but if you have the elite version, which is like this God Eater looking weapon, we have hammers in God Eater. So that is because they have certain component that uses Secret Source Automaton component or whatever. And because you know some people are vision users, some NPCs are vision users, so makes sense. You need to be strong to be able to handle that. If not, you use your regular weapon. Barca spoiler. Oh god, I cannot believe people do post like a story. Let me find it. 5.6 second half beta for Spiral Abyss, 8.85 million, 12.2, which is the Kongamato. I seen the lineup. Icewind Sweet Return, son of a bitch. Configuration device makes its first appearance. Local Legend Electro Turtle in 11, Flow 11. The lineup for 5.6b, aka 5.6 in the second half of the patch, because Spiral is reset on 16 always, right? So this is second half of 5.6. You have the Cryo Chichen Mage. 12-1 first half. You have Cryo Chichen Mage. This one. Cryo Chichen Mage, and you have the Hermetic Spirit Speaker. I think that's the name. Wayward Hermetic Spirit Speaker. Wave 2. Second half single perpetual mechanical array PMA. 12-2 first half. You got your 2 male elite. This guy. And this guy. Together. 2 waves. Oh, sorry. Not 2 waves, but 2... We have 2 waves, so that's the first wave. Second wave is Kongamato. Second half, the same lineup as the current Abyss. You get your Electro Herald. Herald is the melee one, right? Let me not get confused. Oh, Herald is the melee. Okay. Electro-Lecter. And the Seahorse. And then 12-3 first half. Coppelius. Okay, Coppelius is easy. You can shred with Pyro. Second half. Secret Source Automaton Overseer Device, which is the new world boss that we used to get for Escoffier. Coppelius, not Coppelia. Coppelia is the bitch one. So that means you can run Pyro, Oppa, Xiangling with Mawika. Just shred it. Or you can just play along with the mechanic and use Uzi and Numa. Yeah, I think they are shilling.
You put up a good fight.
Quick as a flash. Start the.
Yeah. Scatter. Skyward.
They are shilling
It's justice o'clock.
Fontaine mechanic. There's always the Blessing of the Abyss. I'll find it. I remember what it was. Abyss Blessing for floor 12.
Strength
Okay.
is one of those things where you gotta
What's
use it or
the-
lose it.
I don't wanna.
So,
Well. Okay, we got the Blessing of the Abyssal Moon, right? So for the 5.6, the lineup I just mentioned, the Blessing of the Abyssal Moon is if you deal cryo damage, it will be counted. So once you hit 4 stacks or 4 count, a shockwave will deal true damage and reset the count to 1. And then the shockwave can be triggered every 4 seconds. So basically true damage like this, but you need conditional cryo damage. This one is you trigger cryo related reaction, you just deal shockwave, but this one you need 4 stacks to deal or to proc 1 shockwave. So that's for the entirety of the Spiral Abyss. For floor 12, first half and second half, for the first half, when character have 0 energy, damage plus 75%. And we see the lineup, it's a cryo boss, which is Coppelius. Mawika shilling. Mawika is the only character that can utilize it. Can you run Skirt? Yeah, but Skirt is presumably cryo. And Coppelius is cryo. So that's first half. Second half, character normal attack cryo damage increased by 75%. Okay, that's really Skirt. Skirt, Ayaka, Risley, anyone with infusion with Jongyun for the second half. And the second half boss is a neutral element. Your elemental check probably the second half, which is second half 12-2, which is the Seahorse boss. Because PMA and the Secret Source Automaton pretty neutral. So the elemental check is just probably the Coppelius. So you either duel with the Usianuma mechanic or you just run Pyro. Mawika is the only one that can utilize it for the first half. I don't think getting 0 energy is doable. Unless you cast your burst, right? And the game snapshot a moment for you to be able to get the buff for like 20 seconds or whatever. If that makes sense. Yeah, that thing will be in Abyss. But it's floor 11 tree, so I don't know about that.
running late again.
I don't know about that. Free stuff is free. You can have zero energy, but in combat situation, you generate energy.
Try and stop
Maybe
me.
what you can do is you press your burst, you don't do anything. No faff, no whatnot, no off-field damage. Which is hard to do. I know you cannot trigger faff off-field, but still. Wait, can you? I don't remember. Can you trigger faff off-field? I know swirl you cannot, so you need for VV you cannot trigger swirl and then you need to refresh your VV. I'll check. I forgot. I don't think you can trigger fire off field. I think. What off field I run with fire? I run a shielder. But I make sure funnel it into. Let's check right now. Yeah, it's not. Even on the wiki, the passive will not active. That's why we have funneling as the concept for Favonius weapon. I knew it. I thought, oh, is it the same like VV? Yes. The thing doesn't take effect if you trigger it off field. That's why if you want Fav, you need to trigger it while the character is on field. So Kazo have Fav, right? You plunge or whatever. I mean, it makes sense. I just get confused. Because my brain is on VV. Virus and Venereal. Oh. The hell is this? Oh, is it the archaeological dude? Yes. I'd rather they just you talk to the person rather than like we talk to the girl and then you have this transition rather than getting teleported. I think that's the complaint people have with certain world quests and Archon quests where wait, I think it's raining. Get it right. Just close the window. Wait, is it outside? Huh? I know it's around this area. Come on. Oh shit. This song is so good. What happened to the camera? You should not do that. You need to follow it. I miss my pet. This is such a great area when you go here. Oh, damn. Okay, no complaint. Yeah, I got nothing to do, to be honest. They got some story spoiler and whatnot, but not much. We got some data mine stuff. The base blessing. That's it.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I don't think Bawika has
Thank you for completing.
vision, I think. I got used to it. Yeah, she doesn't have it. She doesn't need it. There's a big chance, based on the Abyss Blessing, that we will get Mawika Skirk banner. Skirk is kind of guaranteed Mawika because she's the only one that complement the Abyss Blessing. Why then pull? I think my PD is what? Do not misclick. Unless you want to give it like 2 shield on it, then I'll take it. But do not misclick. I think like 20 pull. Because I need the C2 then some. Oh, it's 15. Perfect. Okay. Oh, so I believe I'll lose 150-50. Veresa, Xianyu. Is it Mona? Mona or Diluc? I lose first. Oh, Mizuki, right. So I got Mizuki, Xianyun, Veresa, Xianyun. That's the order. So my radiance, capturing radiance point is 0. Otako Solidarity. I am excited for Escoffier because I never play Freeze team or even Mono Cryo team. Now you have a reason to play it. The thing about cryo is that oh, what the hell? Oh, you press the option here, you can plan ahead. I don't need to do that. Just I don't think freeze has its own modifier. Oh, sorry. Because other element, other reaction, you just let me check the wiki. We have shatter. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't have any. We know about the duration, but in terms of the modifier, freeze doesn't do anything. Like if you play vape or melt, right? Your EM, you will reach a point. People say what was it? You lose value the higher EM you stack. So if you build Mawika 1000 EM or whatever, right? No crit. People say, oh, it's the investment is not giving you what you expect. Because you reach a point in the graph where 400 EM for like a vape or melt character, you rather spend that on, you know, crit attack, crit rate, crit damage. I forgot what the term people use. It's not a point of no return. The investment level required. Like overload superconduct, you get because they do a lot of hits, so you get some shatter. No freezing. So freeze, there's not a lot you can do if you think about it. Like if you look at cryo resonance, you get 15% crit rate. And if you see someone like Shilonen Constellation, cryo damage, they just give you flat 60% crit damage. That's why I always said make frozen decrease defense. I don't know the numbers, what numbers is considered quote unquote balance, but the rule is this. I'll say 20% because Lisa gives you 15. So for the reaction you can do, the rule is this: you either have freezable enemy or not, right? So if you have freezable enemy, you will freeze them like normal. But if you have bosses that you cannot freeze, which is fine, what you can do is you reduce your defense so you can deal more damage. That or superconduct, because there's no point of running electro and cryo character unless you play freeze. Sorry, unless you play physical. That's how I see it. There's no point of running. We have some decent. We have characters that at least for me, I like to play cryo. What they offer, like Eula with Raiden, sorry, not Eula, sorry, Rosaria Raiden, without, you know, let's ignore physical for now. Like Rosaria Raiden, great. Imagine if Kaya Xiangling Raiden, if superconduct reduce defense, Eula is physical, we get that. Mika Raiden as a healer, attack speed increase, you deal more slashes, as example, right? So it's either superconduct, they need some changes, or freeze. One of them should be reducing like defense down or something. Cryo characters get shafted a little bit. Because they are option kinda, in terms of reaction, they are option kinda limited, super limited. You run freeze or melt. Freeze, melt, freeze, melt, freeze, melt, freeze, melt, freeze, melt, physical, freeze, melt, shatter if you want to run shatter because claymore is easy. Superconduct, I've seen shatter Eula, I've seen melt Eula because C6 Bennett. Specifically freeze, I've seen melt Ayaka. Melt so far. I think her infusion doesn't last long for a reliable freeze, I think. Freeze melt so far. Physical as well. She's tried physical. Freeze melt, physical if you have off field. Physical, I've seen freeze. Like just but Mika is a buffer. Physical, freeze, melt, shatter. Freeze melt. Freeze melt. Freeze melt. Yeah. That's why I said the elemental the elemental circle of one element complementing the other. Cryo has it the best. Not cryo, sorry. Hydro got it the best. They were involved in vape, freeze, bloom, hyper bloom, hydro swirl, taser, right? So freeze kind of cryo reaction in general, not just freeze. They need something that gives them a way to, if you run cryo character, it's not about the reaction. Like the reaction can be ass, but if you do like a debuffing thing, like my recommendation is freeze or superconduct. So if you cannot freeze bosses, let them you know, reduce defense for the bosses. So you have two options. If the enemy is freezable, you freeze them. If the enemy is not freezable, you shred their defense, like Lisa. The other one is superconduct. I don't know how they gonna. I don't know the actual number for balancing. Let's put it that way. I'm not a theory crafter. I don't know the healthy number that will benefit the player, but not too quote unquote broken, right? Because Lisa, people still use her, right? So maybe superconduct, you can reduce elemental resistance like VV, but longer. So that way we have more value for electro and cryo characters. You trigger superconduct, you shred their stuff, their elemental resistance, the same way BV is. But now, rather than, you know, getting stuck with an artifact or like Shilon and characters kit or Zhongli, right? You have a reaction that can do it. That means more team comp, more, you know, more team composition, more varieties. But then again, I don't know. I'm not against that. I'm just talking shit. Who gives a shit, bruh? I just want the game to be like more varied when it comes to your option. We all know, we're not stupid. We know that Overload cannot overcome Mel and Vape. There's a reason people make fun of Varesa. C6 Varesa, right? You go to Reddit, you see people compare C6 Varesa versus C6 Gaming. Yeah, no shit. C6 Gaming with, I don't know, C2, C6 Ilali or some shit. Yeah, no shit. Also, the reaction itself gives you more numbers compared to what Varesa has. And Varesa is a bit like Raiden, where reaction for her doesn't matter. She just deal flat damage without considering reaction. Like Raiden, we never care. Oh, we play Raiden Taser. No. We play Raiden. If you want Taser with Furina, Yelan, Healer Core, you can. You want to play Overload with Oppa, Bennett, Chevrolet, you can. Right in hyper, you can, depending on who you swirl. With Castle Hot Burst, right? You either absorb Pyro or Electro. It doesn't matter, right? So we know that. So I just think, for my opinion, from my perspective, I feel like we want that variety. But then again, it's a money-making gacha game. Why fix the game when we can sell a character to fix the game? Because when they did buff Swirl, they did buff Taser, they increased the modifier for Taser team and whatnot, right? So my question is that, can they do it? We've seen some buff. They buff Geo for the Geo Resonance, they buff Geo. They buff Swirl. From what I know. Swirl was ass, and then they say, okay, let's buff Swirl. Hyper Bloom is not Hyper Bloom, sorry. Dendro getting left out. After Natlan, aside from Kinich did a lot of damage because number one, he's Natlan character. Number two, his sub DPS deals a lot more damage. Right? And then you have another buffer that complements his damage. Before Natlan, Emily is still great. Emily is great for Moalani because of Burning Aura and Kinich as well. But Dendro getting left out, in my opinion, at least based on the recent Spiral Abyss. People use their favorite, that's great. That means the game is, I would say, a healthy state where even at certain level of investment, you can still run Alhaitam, Tignari in Spiral Abyss and get decent clear time. Right? That's a way to gauge. And a non-healthy way of looking at Spiral Abyss is you are stuck with a very few characters that is meant to be clear for the current Abyss. Because nowadays people still be able to clear with 4-star. I know the level of investment is not mentioned because clickbait, like, oh, look at me, I can clear Abyss with 4-star. And then you check the artifact, 40, 50 crit value or some shit. That takes a while. But so far we have option. So if you like Alhaitam so much, you can play Alhaitam. And assuming you're not getting elemental check by the lineup, you can still do it. But in terms of Dendro as a whole, they are getting left behind. At least for Emily and Kinich, because they have their own function with the current lineup. But we'll see.
Wait.
Because people overrate,
No.
not overrate, people
Whatever.
amplify their praises for Dendro when it was released, right? So Hyperbloom can solve world hunger or some shit. But nowadays people feel it. You reach a point where I believe my Alhaitam performs better because I have his weapon with Furina than just typical Hyperbloom team, I think. So Alhaitam, Furina, Cookie, maybe a second enroll, Nahida, or if I need a shielder or whatever. You reach that point. Or if I want Shrek, I can just run shield on him. Easy Shrek. I can drop a second Dendro for the Dendro Shred. No, I can't, because you need Dendro Shred. Dendro Shred is not considered for Shilnan, my bad. I forgot about that. You still did Deep Root. Whatever. I mean, I can run Zhongli. Zhongli Shred everything. Omni Shred. So, you know, we talk about the direction of the game. Some elements are getting left behind. Like, we know Hydro is great. Anemo still has a lot of value because of VV. We all know it. If you can reduce enemy rest through a reaction, or from character skip. We don't have any source of elemental rest shred until, I don't know, you need to pull Zhongli, you need to pull Shilonen to get source of elemental rest shred. Not a lot of people will use Anemo. So if they remove VV, Anemo characters lose half of their value at least. Maybe half. Some of them are healer. Healer is great. But then again, I'm just talking shit. I'm not a theory crafter. Maybe there are other things I don't realize about Anemo. Oh, this place is great. I'll picnic here. To be honest. That's just how I see things. I don't know if Hoyo will fix it. The game is melt and bake only for now.
Yeah, skyward.
They know about balancing, right? Maybe they think, oh, everyone has Marika nowadays, so make one chamber melt or vape friendly, and then one chamber we can do whatever we want. Physical or whatever. Maybe. Well, I cannot stay in Mondstadt. I need to say Nata. We have Art Conquest in Mondstadt. I'll trigger it. Maybe again, that's the state of the game. I'm not that familiar. I'm not that knowledgeable in the game, I'm just talking shit. But at least that's how I see it. You want to use Cryo. There's always a loss, a net loss if you are playing Cryo Electro, it's not. Because the Cryo Resonant is great. That solves a lot of people's issue. Well, I know it's affected by Frozen or affected by Cryo still. That's free crit rate if they have Cryo Aura, right? It's really good. I wish they look back and help fixing the resonance. Look at Dendro, look at Geo. I get they just give you flat stats, like, oh. What they can do for Pyro, probably attack is fine. There should be like 3 bullet points. Number 1 is not affected by Cryo. Number 2, attack increase, and number 3, something. But whatever. I'm not a balanced team. They can do that for Genshin too. Where do I sit? I cannot condense my resonance. Stay here then. I hope I get a Scoffia tomorrow and I will use my elixir. I think I can just craft Goblet or Circlet for Silali and EM Goblet or EM Circlet and attack Goblet for attack Sand for Escoffier. I want to go back to Golden Troop mine. My emblem's kind of ass as well, but my Furina, she looks fine, her build, and then you realize, oh, she has like mid rolls, not even high roll, like mid. Like you start with like 4.5 or something, 4.5 ER or something. I don't remember the roll value. Give me a sec. Okay. So, like, crit rate, the highest is 3.9. Let's just compare crit rate. You get 3.9, 3.5, 3.1, and 2.7. Oh, perfect. There are 4 values of the roll ranking. 3.9 is the highest, and 2.7. So if you have 2.7, you need to roll twice to compete with a 3.9 or even 3.5 roll to reach around the same value. Like 2.7 times 3, right? Oh, times plus 2.7 plus 2.7 versus 3.9. It doesn't work that way because this 3.9 can roll into... Okay, yeah, this 3.9 can roll into something else. But you get a point. The value is... That's why you see certain artifact, it at plus 16, it rolls into crit rate 3 times. And the crit rate overall value is like 14%. What's going on? Oh, it's 2.7. My plan, I want to get my weakest weapon, but I am kind of not. I don't have enough. I got 10 pull in my backpack when 15,000. 15,000. That's what I got. 94 pull. I have over 100 pulls total with 20 PD, 15 PD. Oh no, that's not enough to guarantee hard PD or a character. And I am saving for Skirk as well. And Skirk is next match if the leaks are true. And you can get about, with Welkin you can get about 80 pulls. But that's not everything, right? We'll see. Yeah, I want to kind of gamble on if the leaks about my Wika and Skirt is true, and maybe there's a chance they will be on the same half. The weapon banner is gonna be crap. You either get my Wika weapon or Skirt's weapon. Well, you can lose the standard banner character. Let's get standard banner weapon, but still, it's still a crap weapon banner. So I don't know. I'll wait until... Yeah, we have enough. We have some leftover, it's fine. I'm kind of ready for everything. Yeah. Even if I get Navia, I have this Dewdrop. Even like Tilanimo Mushroom, or is it Tilanimo Mushroom? Yeah. I have enough for one character. Maybe I get Klee or some shit. We'll see, you know, hopefully tomorrow I get some luck. And hopefully Hoyo will not overlook... They can sell a character to fix something.
Exploration
Right?
and
Because we have Nilu.
Adventure.
Because we have Nilu, we have Chevros. As a few examples. We have Silali. Silali more like a quality of life because you don't have to swirl. Because our main purpose of using a Nemo character is you want to swirl. Or something like Shilonen, right? But now they are introducing Hydro, and then tomorrow we'll get Hydro Cryo. I'm not surprised if they will do the Chevros thing where 2 elements shredded. You don't have to swirl, and then they offer something buffing, or maybe personal damage or whatever. Like Silali buffing, shredding. Well, buffer comes from the fact that she can wear Cinder City. Escoffier cannot buff, but she has great personal damage and a healer. So Furina already complements her. Furina is the buffer. So, you know, I'm not surprised if they do it like that to fix some reaction. Maybe we'll have Hyper Bloom base character. I don't know, maybe a Dendro or Hydro character, or Electro or Hydro character, where if you have Electro, Hydro, Dendro in a team, they get shredded or something. I don't know, something like that. That's the prediction about Escoffier based on what I remember during her initial release. Not release, initial beta or initial reveal through her kit. Like, oh, people went nuts. People went doom posting because, oh, they're gonna release it for this element. I kind of believe that might happen. Right, again, I said they can either fix the elemental reaction, or they can fix it by releasing a character. Because Nilu solved the problem of playing Bloom. Like, duh. When Dendro was released, you see these big balls on the screen. You feel like, what the hell is this? And then it takes like 5 seconds to explode. With Nilu, higher damage. What is it? Higher damage, instant bloom. Crazy, right? Is it her passive? Yeah, cores will burst quickly after being created, and larger AoE. It solved the problem. You don't have to wait for the cooldown or whatever. So we also need, maybe with Yansan you don't really need Dendro for Kinich. Dendro trigger for Kinich. Because Kinich bursts, right? You can run Kinich burst, so Aha will spray some Dendro stuff and then Yansan can react to it. Because Yansan is a buffer. Or even you can run Marika with Cinder City. But that's a waste for her personal damage and the overall team damage. So I think so far I believe Kinich main moving away from Bennett, I believe. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I've seen some showcase about Kinich Yansan. You are not stuck in Circle Impact. Some run both. Like Kinich, Marika, Yansan, Bennett. We'll see how the game will go. Also here, there's a bunch of nonsense.